today. From AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Zerline's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Another tremendous year in 2020 where he led the NFL with 4,823 passing yards. And remember, that was in the year after DeAndre Hopkins was traded to Arizona. Also had 33 touchdown passes against only 7 interceptions. A dynamic performer.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Watson. Pass incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. The Texans' new punter for 2021, Cameron Johnston, on to punt. CeeDee Lamb deep for the Cowboys. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes this Dallas offense led by Dak Prescott in his 6th season now as the Cowboy quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start. Threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4. Just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboy season.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Prescott to throw it. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 2. Prescott off play action. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Prescott from the gun. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Are you serious?
So a pretty early 1st quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So a critical mistake roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Prescott. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Watson going to keep it again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that one results in 35 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson. And the ball is out. Watson lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And his throw is incomplete. CeeDee Lamb is intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott now. This to Jarwin. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott. And Gallup. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. And Zerline's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
field goal. Zerline back out there now to send this one away. Andre Roberts now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Got him in, it's Brown. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. He'll check this down to Johnson. Fancy footwork in midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas where the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We were treated to a fine first half from Dak Prescott. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On play action, Prescott. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott, and that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. $39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And that was a pleasing run from Phillip Lindsay, coming over from the Denver Broncos to join now a crowded backfield with the Houston Texans. But why is it so crowded? Because they finished 31st in the league last year in rushing, and they're trying to find anyone who can lead them and get that running game moving in Houston.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. From the gun, here's Watson, and that's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Watson, a bootleg. It's complete to Chris Conley. Touchdown! Chris Conley, 39 yards. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. Desmond King making the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson, throw right side into the hands of Akins. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he goes out right around the 39. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A first down throw for Prescott. That's Gallup on the slant. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? And we're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game.
Eight yards to go on second down.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the fourth. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe. And now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
He kept it in his hands and tried to push it across the goal line himself, but the defensive front wouldn't allow him to do so, bringing up 2nd down and a bit farther.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.